Well, me too.
Mr. Mayor, ladies, gentlemen, those who aren't quite sure, and anybody else in between, and Coleraine fans, you're very, very welcome along the Showgrounds. This is going to be very brief because obviously we have the match to get to with a 7:30 kickoff. Bob Dylan's very, very famous singer, lots of famous songs, and tonight I'm going to use one of his songs as a theme. And believe it or not, it's not a hard rain's going to fall, it's the times they are changing. And no more so than round the Showgrounds, because tonight we have a document. You all have a copy. To let you know more about it, we have the two main players. We have at the right back our chairman, Mr. McHenry, and right up front we have Bobby Farron. But first of all, put your hands together for the chairman.
Thank you very much, Alan, for that introduction. Right back was never where I played, it was always centre half. But listen, Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, you're very welcome here. As Alan said, hopefully times are changing. Tonight's all about presentation to the fans here. Hopefully, I'm not social media savvy, but I'm sure there's loads of people in this room who are. Share it far and wide. Bring everybody you can on board. Lobby everybody you can to make sure that we can get the best that we can. Not necessarily only for Coleraine Football Club, but for Coleraine Town and the surrounding area. We've assembled a great team here, namely Bobby Farron, David Boyd, and a number of our own directors and a number of other professionals. We have left no stone unturned trying to get the best that we can for this area, because I believe this area deserves it. Look at the work we have done already, as I think the Mayor has already alluded to this evening in another interview. But it's only a start. We want to go ahead. We want to bring this club and this town to a different area and make the Northwest Regional Stadium something that we can all look back on and be proud. And I believe that we're within touching distance. So listen, thank you all very much for coming this evening, and I'll hand you back to Alan.
Thank you. No yellow card so far. Well done. Bobby Farron's the man who has been the man in charge of community development. In fact, he has the bones and the heart and the lungs and the blood running through this. So without further ado, Bobby, it's all yours. No questions, by the way, at the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Mr. Mayor, as our partner from the council, we're very welcome to have him here as well tonight. Just over a year ago, we launched the business case, which went out to the wider community to see if there was interest in what we were proposing to develop here at Coleraine Football Club. And it's been unanimous. And then within the document, we've actually put this development into phases. So phase one has been delivered: the pitch, the public realm, the change rooms, and so forth, and safety. And I'll give you a wee bit of detail on that in a minute. But now, tonight, we're effectively launching the proposal for developing the stadium, and I'm going to give you a wee bit of background on what we're doing. You probably have seen this all over the place, but like we're not like Wrexham Football Club. We don't have A-list sort of movie stars doing this on Disney Plus. Like, we need the fans to promote this and get it out there as much as we possibly can. And that's why we've done the hashtags. So anybody's media savvy, when we're putting this information out, can we please use those hashtags? Our goal and the Levelling Up Fund as hashtags. Where we started off in this project, I say about 18 months ago, and we've been working away and gathering the support and building this project up. And initially this started off looking at the sub-regional fund, the money coming out from Stormont to tie in with football and generating all the football stands. And that's been fits and starts for the last 9 years. So earlier this year we were made aware of a fund coming out of Westminster called the Levelling Up Fund, which is £4.8 billion and 150 million set aside for Northern Ireland. The first round's been out and on the ground, and you see the play facilities being developed up in Portrush at the moment as part of that fund. So we've actually managed to get our proposal in on the second round, which was there in August, and we're anticipating a decision by October, November. I'd say it'll probably be pushed back slightly with current circumstances, and we're probably looking at a decision now in November. And that's effectively where we bid for £16 million to develop the Showgrounds. And I'll give you a wee bit of detail on that in a moment. You know, I don't have to tell you guys, we're kind of in a unique position because this is a supporter-owned club, and we're on the grounds owned by the community as well through the North Area Agricultural Society. So we are in a very unique position. Plus as well, we're reaching our 100th anniversary now in 2027. And what we want to be doing is leaving a state-of-the-art facility on this ground for the next 100 years. Last year, the last season finished, we just had over 42,000 people through the gates to all our games. And that's with a declining facility. This stand over here can't let anybody on it. So our capacity is reducing on an annual basis because of licensing agreements. We can't fulfill that number. And I'm saying 2 weeks' time when we play Linfield, this place will be at absolute capacity. And we want Stormont and we want Westminster to actually hear that we need this facility, and the fans actually want this facility. So over the next few weeks you're going to hear all this rhetoric and noise starting to dial up. So we need you to understand what's happening as of tonight. And we want to see the increased capacity going up to about 60,000, 8,000 on game night, and then over 60,000 throughout the year, with including a lot of different things happening throughout the year. The board are not just focused then on this, they're also focusing on internally and looking at the whole financial model within the club and how we look at the whole sustainability in terms of becoming a full-time professional. They're also looking at their corporate governance as well and how they sustain this club going forward, and learning from the past and looking at how we're going to deliver this £16 million project that comes on board. During this process, we did a serious amount of lobbying with the initial business plan. Like we have support from the former Minister for State for Northern Ireland, former First Minister, and then we've been lobbying all these people. And uniquely, we're the only club in the Irish League that have a letter of support from the IFA for this development. Now, there's other clubs that bid for this money, but we're the only one with a letter of support, and we have support from all those people. And ironically, as somebody had talked about earlier on, the 6 degrees of separation, everybody knows someone that makes the final decision. So that's why you people are important. You may not think you're important, but getting this out, we can influence people by letting them know we actually want this. But there's a huge amount of Coleraine fans actually working in Westminster, which we weren't aware of, and they're working like value for us. So now we have Gillian Knight, the chair of the Digital Culture and Sports Committee, provide a letter of support to Gregory Campbell. We have Teresa Villers, ex-Secretary of State for Northern Ireland, supporting this project, Conor McGinn. So there's a huge amount of people supporting this project, and what we want them to do is when they look into Coleraine, they can actually see that the Coleraine fans want this to happen. So all this information and everything we're talking about will all be uploaded onto the website. So we've given you out an information pack tonight with this presentation. I'm not going to go through it in detail because I don't want to hold you back from the game, but all this information will be available on the website afterwards for you through. But as I say, uniquely we have total cross-party support. The mayors here, they've come on board as our partners in this development. The Leisure Development Committee within the Council have been fully supportive the whole way through this scheme for us to get it on board. As part of the process, we actually had to show them how we fit with all these different strategies from the UK, from Northern Ireland, and all these policies. And what we're proposing fits with all these strategies, including net zero carbon. If we're successful, we will be a facility on a much smaller scale, similar to the Spurs Stadium. This will be a net zero carbon stadium, which will be phenomenal. Because of our unique position to the bus station and the train station, effectively, this is quite unique in Irish football. So we could become a net zero carbon stadium, and that's what we're proposing to do. As Colin alluded to, we've already started. So there's over 500,000 we spent on the pitch, and it's a unique pitch because we have other clubs from the Irish League and the League of Ireland coming to see this pitch because of its uniqueness. But ultimately it's getting a lot of wear and tear now. So what we're proposing to do is build a second pitch, and we'll give you a wee bit of detail on that now. We've developed the change rooms for Oran and the team. And you've also, everyone's talking about the wall coming down and what difference that's made to opening the Showgrounds up and letting people see what we do here. And we've also spent £26,000 on security. None of this has been to any debt of the club. So we've done this with no debt to the club, which is absolutely phenomenal. But what we're proposing to do is a £12 million stadium, so effectively on the ground that will mean that stand straight away, if we're successful in November, and you'll have seen the planning permission and things like that all sort of bubbling out over the last wee while, that stand is going to come down almost immediately, demolished. And the community pitch to the rear, which will take the pressure of this pitch, will start absolutely immediately. That will become a 2,500 seater stand. Undercroft then will be for player development, changing rooms, rehab, gym, all those good things, classrooms, meeting rooms and stuff like that. Everything that the manager needs will be over there for player development. This side, once we get moving, will be demolished. The whole thing will be demolished, and this will be hospitality, Irish League Day, bars, restaurants and stuff like that for the fans to come along and the public face. The two corners then will become safe standing, which will get us to the 8,000 capacity, which will be unique. We'll be able to host European games. Like, I know the chairman's already talking to the IFA and stuff like that. We're looking to bring Northern Ireland games here, junior internationals, ladies internationals. Would it not lovely to see PK and the likes of Laura Wade coming to play internationals here in Coleraine? That's what we're planning to do with their development. As I say, we're looking at 725,000. That will be for the community pitch to the immediate rear, which will be a more hard wearing pitch than this. Fencing, floodlighting and stuff like that, effectively, and that will be linked to the player development area over here. But that will provide us with a coaching area. Then we have to employ professionals to actually deliver this project, to protect the board and the wider community, that we can deliver this on time and to budget and to manage our expectations. So that'll be architects, professionals, engineers, stuff like that to deliver. And uniquely, this fund allows us then, because of the current climate in terms of inflation and things like that, they're allowing us over 1.8 million of contingency money just in case this runs over, which is quite unique as well. So it means it takes the liability away from the fans and the supporters. What that'll mean on the ground, we'll have a state-of-the-art modern facility. It'll model the best practice in Ireland, what we're proposing to do in this stadium. We'll be able to attract major games, like tonight's game, but bigger games, to the Showgrounds. Because IFA want to see more games come out of Belfast and coming around the province, and that's why they're totally supportive of what we're proposing to do. We're looking at 2,500 hours of community space out the rear on this other pitch, which will be fantastic. It'll also take the pressure of this pitch, so it'll leave it in really good stead for Oran and the boys on match day, and not have it under as much pressure. We're also going through a process as well with the IFA and UEFA, and they've done an assessment, independent assessment of Coleraine Football Club. And on the current investments going on, they're saying that we're worth 5.5 million into the local economy on an annual basis. So if we develop this facility, that will enhance and go upwards. And so you'll see more people coming in, going to shops in Coleraine, coming into the town, coming for internationals, not just matches, but we can have cultural events like music events and stuff like that, all on the ground here at the stadium. It'll be a massive facelift to the bottom of Ballycastle Road. This will be an absolutely huge project, and it'll be nice. Like you guys sitting in this room, you'll see a fantastic different facility. But I don't want to hold you back from the game. That's basically it. If you get a chance and you know how to use social media, that's the hashtags we need. We don't have time for questions because you want to get to the game, but there's my email address. I'm happy to take your emails and answer any questions you have over whatever length of time it takes. I will come back to anybody who asks any questions. Thank you.
And last but by certainly no means least, a few words from the gaffer, Manager Rowan Kearney.
Full time I'm going to take away from the main work of what Bobby said and whatever else, but I suppose the most pleasing aspect for me is, and we have to be honest, it's a long time coming, that we're finally in this position where wheels are moving, and wheels have moved massively. And you know, you look back with great pride in relation to the last 2, 3, 4 seasons, in relation to, yes, it's taken runs in Europe, yes, it's taken a huge amount of graft and a huge amount of progress on the pitch to be the shot in the arm to get us moving off the pitch. But I think now, and it really stands out for me now, you know, even just watching the sprinklers on the pitch there, getting ready for a European match here tonight and everything that goes with it, it's a world away from where we've been a few years ago and whatever else. And I think the thing that excites me most is there's a serious amount of reality in relation to what this is going to look like and how this could look moving forward in the next few weeks, months, years more than anything else. And the thought of a club that dangerously I think flirted with its existence maybe 20-25 years ago, to have that solid footing and foundation moving forward, that not just about the current board or management or players or everything else, but that it guarantees another 100, 150 years of history and everything else is far more important than any of us in the work that we're doing at this point in time. So I urge everybody to get behind it, that you will. The excitement behind it and the thought of what could be here and what could start to build in the next few years is so exciting, and hopefully together we can all push that on. Thank you.
And as Bobby said, his email's there, the hashtag, get it at your phone now, Levelling Up Fund, and hashtag REDEVELOPMENT, hashtag come on the band side.